Welcome to the Emerson Exchange Studios. I'm Jim Cunningham, your host. I'm here with Tanner Rundle, Director of Global Education Services at Emerson. We're going to talk about how the right training can make people even more valuable to their companies. Tanner, how are you?
I'm great. Glad to be here.
Well, we're glad you are here. Technology, Tanner, changing rapidly. What impact is that having on manufacturing personnel?
Well, you know, the way people learn and the pace at which they need to learn things to keep up with it is faster than it's ever been before. And so what we're trying to do is to put things in place that help them keep pace with technology. So that's a lot of things that are more, small snippets of learning, online learning, and ability to do things in real time.
Sure, yeah. What's Emerson doing to address those kinds of changes that you talked about there?
Yeah, so we're a few different things. One of them is we're partnering with a lot of academic institutions, so whether it's 2-year or 4-year types of programs, to get people ready for the industry early on, so that before they ever even enter the industry, they're experienced with a lot of these technologies and products and offerings. And then we pick them up once they've actually entered the industry with a number of things, whether it's online learning, whether it's experiential learning, such as in our interactive plant environment, which is a new offering for us this year, or whether it's just a lot of the traditional classroom-based things. And then we partner that with a lot of technologies to go into the plant specifically, so they can get that kind of refresher training and keep current on it as the technology progresses.
Yeah, that sounds great. It also sounds pretty intense. Talk just a little bit about younger, inexperienced engineers. You touched on it, but they're being asked to quickly fill the knowledge gap that's being created by folks that are retiring.
Yep.
How are you addressing that?
So we're trying to do kind of a less is more type of approach, meaning that we work with companies and with individuals to target the right training for the right roles. We call this competency-based development, so that we understand the specific competencies and key things that they need to be successful in their job. We train them on those things, but not on all the other things that they may not need. So traditionally, you might come to a class for a week, but really only use 10 or 20% of what you would be relevant for them in that class. With this approach and this type of program, we're tailoring and customizing those things to make it so that they get the right thing at the right time and not waste a bunch of time on things that they don't.
That's very interesting. It makes all the sense in the world, and then they can pick up that other knowledge as time goes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sort of non-critical.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Tanner, talk a little bit about the interactive plant environment, because when it comes to unique ways to educate somebody, that certainly is cutting edge, isn't it?
Yeah, this is something we're really excited about. So this is where customers can come in, they can train in an environment that's very similar to what they're going to go back to in their plants at home. So traditionally, we might teach someone how to configure a device or calibrate a device on a bench top. In this case, they're actually going in, they're pulling those devices offline from a plant. So they're using things like work order management and practices that they would use. They're using full personal protective equipment and doing it in a way that's very similar to what they'll see at home. So when they go back, not only have they learned these new skills, but they're also used to doing it in the format that they're going to do. And it's an efficient way and a very effective way to get the most training as quickly as possible.
Wow, it sounds terrific. Thank you so much for spending some time with us here at the Emerson Exchange Studios.
Absolutely, thank you.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you folks too. If you want to find out more, you can at emerson.com.